Sound check, sound check, sound check. Once again, sound check, sound check, sound check. Sound check. The streaming software says I'm live, and with that, hello everyone. Welcome to our Goodra the Unrivaled live stream. Okay, let me just finish some things up real quick. I would like to make sure that everything is all set in my phone so I could see and hear what you guys are seeing and hearing. Now, we actually did this raid earlier and we won several times. If you would look at the updated description of this video, you would see that we have the winning builds. It should be reflected, right? Let me just check real quick. Actually, let me open the game. Give me a moment. Give me a few minutes, folks. I'm just trying to make sure that everything is up and running. If you would look at the description of this live stream, it should already have the updated builds that we could use. Yes, I did it. I updated it earlier. Should be all good. If you're wondering what to bring in this raid, just take a look at the description of this live stream and you should see it. Do we have a code? I think I should go back in time. Let's see if that fixes. Oops. How much further until we get to this location? Okay, here it is. For those of you who wants to join, this is a code that I have ready. QH7Q7N. Quebec's Hotel 7, Quebec 7, November. I'll just let the timer run out real quick. Hi, Rolts. Let's just wait for the timer to run out. I already locked in. I somehow managed to defeat this with random early. Oh, nice. Cool. Good for you. Nice to know that the randoms are doing well. And yet they've actually got the clue of don't use Grass type. Okay, cool. Let's just wait until the timer runs out. The Discord like notification should be up for everyone who still hasn't gotten it yet. I have a feeling that we might not like do the stream for a long time. We might actually have to transition or something. I don't know. Also, I am trying to like gauge the audience. Some people might not care about like this rate at all. So as soon as like no is the majority vote, like we can wrap up the stream, or I could do like Legend ZA or something that people are actually interested in. But in either case, I have blocked my schedule today for 2 hours to stream, so we're gonna adjust. Bellybolt was surprisingly common. Yes, they're going for like the acid spray route. Personally, I think that physical attackers are more efficient, but hey, that's just me. I saw no ask. What? Well, what were they doing? How are they like debuffing Goodra? All I saw was recovery and brute forcing it. That doesn't sound fun. Try to do a belly drum. Too risky. Okay. Hello, Empower Via. Please join us if you're, if you're willing. Probably would even replace it with Swords Dance for longevity. Yes. Now try a belly drum. I got you. Awesome. Wanted to ask yesterday, but can I get help with the Clefairy build? I don't have the DLC. Of course. No worries. I can help. Do you just want to borrow my would you like to borrow my Clefairy? It's faster. Or I have several Pokemon that you could borrow. Just let me know what you want. It's so awesome. The RNG. Easy peasy. Empower. You could borrow my Clefairy if you want. But if you'd rather have me train your Clefairy, that's no problem. Just say, say something in the chat. Happy weekend to everyone who's here. Consider subscribing if you're having fun, and please do join us. I'll be here for the next 2 hours or until people get tired of the raids, whichever comes first. So let's raid if you want to. So, Empower. What would it be? Borrow or train? I have an Iron Hands if you want to train that. Of course, of course, of course. Hold on. Let me just reset the time real quick. Code is 1989. Get ready. Clefairy is actually hard to use in this raid because of the poison type. That's why I'm going through the trouble. Yeah, I could train your Iron Hands. Or, is it okay if I just let you borrow my Pincurchin? So that Iron Hands don't have to set up an electric terrain? Good morning, Bello. Bello, would you like to borrow a Pokemon? Is this you? Shift? Are you Shift? Okay. Would you be okay with just borrowing my Pincurchin so we could do the raids? Or were you like intending to have your own Pokemon ready? You know what? I keep like redirecting you. Just give me the Pokemon. I'll just train your Iron Hands. How long are you streaming the raid? Right now, 2 hours. Are you able to join us? Tomorrow I'll be hosting the raid for another time. And tomorrow might actually be the last time that I will stream Goodra the Unrivaled because the following streams would be Legends EA. If you're not able like tonight or like right now. I'm still at work, so by the time I get off, you'll be done. Okay, I got it. Tomorrow, 11 a. What time is it right now? You know what, Bello? Once you're like home, send me a message. Like at me on Discord, and I'll join you personally. Okay? How about that? Just in case you don't make it in time for the next 2 hours. Like, don't rush yourself. You're at work. It's 7 a.m. for me. Okay. 7 a.m. I am I am 13 hours ahead of you. How about 11 a.m.? That would be 10 p.m. your time tomorrow. That might be rather late for you. So I got a turbo controller, and I've been letting it run on my Switch for Z, and got a bunch of shiny. I got a shiny Alpha Gyarados, Staryu, a bunch of Magikarp, Meditite, and a Houndour. Oh, very nice. You've been wanting a Magikarp, right? You got it. I'm hoping I can get a shiny Houndoom so I can continue the story. Oh, okay. Electric terrain. Is Miraidon not a good option for this raid? You can use Miraidon, and it can definitely like do a lot of damage. It's just that there are better options because Miraidon, number one, Miraidon is a dragon type, and so is Goodra. Number two, Goodra has base 150 special defense and base 70 physical defense. So you'd be more efficient if you have a physical attacker. But like I said, Miraidon can still put in some work. I say I'm still a bit confused on the understanding of physical attacks and special attacks along with the stats. Um, which part? Well, you look at the numbers on the you have like dedicated websites like Pokemon DB. Hold on, what am I looking for? I am looking for the Hyper Train guy. I can go over it real quick while you're after this. I got a shiny Bellsprout and a shiny Pansear as well. Pansear is so nice, like the monkeys, the baby ones, not the evolved forms. I got a Pansear too, shiny Pansear. It's so nice. I want the other monkeys too. uh, gosh, no good attack. Speed. Start. It was the first time I came across one in a tree. Yes, and it's shiny. I found one. I found mine in a tree as well. You could find them in rooftops and trees. Okay, Empower. It's ready. Nineteen 89. The shiny sound makes me a bit paranoid as I can always tell where it's coming from. Yeah, you have to be listening in closely. I'm still trying to see when the Kakuna tree spawns a shiny. Oh, speaking of which, I got a Kakuna. I thought it was like the Baniris, but that would have been noticeable. I had to go like up the ladder and dive into the tree. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, just briefly for Bello and the others who may be unaware. So when you're fighting a Tera Raid boss, you quickly search its name. This is a website called PokemonDB.net. Here's Goodra. And when you look at the stats, What you want to be looking at is what stats are the highest and which stats are the lowest. You can see that Goodra has base 150 special defense. Therefore, if you try to attack it with an electric move like Thunderbolt, it's gonna be super effective in a Terra Water Goodra, but it's not gonna be doing a lot of damage. Super effective, but not a lot of damage. However, if you look at its physical defense, it's 70. That's less than half. So a Thunderbolt versus a Thunder Punch against Terra Water Goodra would both be super effective. But because of how the stats work on Goodra, Thunder Punch is gonna do more damage because it's a physical move. That's the concept. That's why we have physical attackers recommended. And speaking of which, let's find the raid code, the raid den. Terra Water Good. Where are you? If you have a code that we could use, please feel free to put them in the chat. Can you tell me the strategy for Iron Hands? Belly Drum turn 1. And then you spam Thunder Punch until you can Terastalize. And then once the shield is destroyed, you do Supercell Slam. But if I may have a favor to you, Empower, if there are 2 Iron Hands, can one of the Iron Hands please do an Electric Terrain turn 1? Just so Quark Drive will activate for everyone. I would bring Pincurchin, but that would mean that we won't have screens. And if you're Belly Drum, you're already like sacrificing half of your HP. I wouldn't want you guys to be vulnerable. Supercell Slam to break the shield. Yeah, you could go Supercell Slam right away if you're feeling bold. I mean, you're using Belly Drum, might as well. However, if you're using like if you use Belly Drum, you might want to use Thunder Punch first just to recover some HP, because if Supercell Slam misses, you automatically die from a Belly Drum. What are we gonna do? Tera Raid Tera. Both Thunder Punch and Thunderbolt are both electric moves. So what makes Thunder Punch considered physical effective over Thunderbolt? You can imagine it this way. Thunder Punch would involve physical contact, right? And Thunderbolt is more of like shocking the target. If physical type moves would usually involve physical contact, like bite, crunch. And how you would recognize physical and special moves in game is if you check the summary. Who do we have as a mixed attacker? Hold on. Hold on, give me a moment. Just to clear it out. Not this one. Okay, take a look at this. So you have you have Moonblast and Outrage. See that category here? So you have the description of the move, and then category. If you see ripples, like a rippled pattern, that means it's special. And if you see like this blast pattern, it means it's physical. That's how you distinguish. Moonblast is special because it doesn't involve physical contact. You just blast your enemy. And then outrage, that involves like physically touching your target. It's physical. Why is Draining Kiss special? I don't know. Is there a site that labels each move as special? Pokemon DB. So this is Goodra. These are the moves. You see this? Rippled pattern, special, like this blasting pattern, physical. And then if you see this yin yang pattern, that means it's a status move. It doesn't do damage. That's it. Shall we? It makes all the difference. X7H3QG is the code for those of you who wants to join. X-ray 7 Hotel 3 Quebec Golf. Can we have another one, please? We've done it like earlier with just me and an Iron Hands, just Clefairy and Iron Hands. It's doable. But the Iron Hands needs to be wary of its HP. It needs to stay alive. While we're waiting, just in case Bello is still here, it is important that you know if a move makes contact or not. Because, say for example, Urshifu. Urshifu has an ability called Unseen Fist, wherein if it uses a contact move on a target, that move would bypass Protect and Detect. So, say for example, if Urshifu uses Surging Strikes on a target that used Protect, that would still hit. But if Urshifu used Water Gun, that's not a contact move, so Unseen Fist would not work. Another example, Glimora. Glimora's ability is called Toxic Debris. It's gonna activate Toxic Spikes if it's hit by a contact move. So if you don't want Toxic Spikes, you hit Glimora with a non-contact move like Earth Power. Just a little, tidbits of information that are actually very useful. You can use Supercell Slam if you're feeling lucky. I still need to finish the Sword and DLC to get Urshifu. Yes. You can get Cubfu in... It's easier to get Urshifu in Scarlet and Violet. Cubfu is available in the Blueberry Academy as one of the quest rewards. And evolving it to Urshifu is much easier in Scarlet and Violet than in Sword and Shield. There's like a whole side quest you have to complete. Maybe I should have just risked a... It's hard if it's just the two of us. I didn't know that I need to start Blueberry Academy. Yeah, all the legendaries are in Blueberry Academy. Once you get treats, you're gonna unlock them throughout Paldea. You can use Supercell Slam to break the shield easier. It's stronger than Thunder Punch. Also, you might want to do an electric terrain. So your moves are gonna be more powerful. There you go. Try using Supercell Slam. Oh shit. It missed. Gosh, we need more than 2 people. We need another one. If it's just me and Iron Hands, it's difficult. I don't think we were winning this one. It's too close. You could try risking a belly drum. We still have time. Try a belly drum and I'll heal you. Try a Supercell Slam. Yeah, we're not getting this one. Does Destiny Bond and Perish Song not work in Raid? It doesn't. Even in prison, it's programmed to be that way. Because it would be too broken if they did. If you're more comfortable with Swords Dance, you can replace Belly Drum with Swords Dance. Like especially if like there isn't really anyone joining us, you can do Swords Dance. You can alternate between Swords Dance and Thunder Punch if that's more of your speed. Like the suggested builds was meant to be done like in groups of 4. So if we have a group of 4, that this wouldn't be an issue. Do you have the TM for Swords Dance? You can replace Belly Drum. Oh, I know. While we're waiting, why don't we have like a little quiz just to shake up your VGC knowledge? Can anybody tell me what are the ways to make sure that your opponent always moves last in battle? What are some of the ways you can do? Go not work? What do you mean not work? 9X7WMG is the code for those of you who wants to join. 9X-Ray 7 Whiskey Mike Golf. Okay, I'm assuming the belly bolt is gonna set up terrain for us. 2 uses of Quash. Yes, that's one. You could have a prankster Pokemon like Sableye use Quash. That's one way. Can anybody tell me another one? There's more. Ah, No electric terrain. Easy peasy. Good job, folks. Good job. My Lodic was actually good in the first one I won. Yeah, if the support knows what they're doing, my Lodic is formidable. Hold on. I'm gonna change the EVs on Clefairy real quick. This should allow me to live those sludge bombs more comfortably. Shift, if you would like to join us again. I would like to get you the Goodra. Alright, we were talking about how to make your enemies move last. Prankster Quash is one thing. There's another one. There's an item called Iron Ball. Is that right? Iron Ball? Yeah, Iron Ball. If if you're holding an Iron Ball, you would always move last, regardless if you have Tailwind or Trick Room. So what you could do is you could have a Pokemon with Trick or much better Prankster Trick. You trick the Iron Ball to, say, a Calyrex Shadow Rider. And the horse will always move last, Tailwind or Trick Room. Cool, right? PLX F56 is the code for those of you who wants to join. PLX F56. Papa Lima X-Ray Foxtrot 56. Lots of Passimian. Combining Prankster Quash to trick an Iron Ball would be interesting. Yes. Is it Iron Ball or Lagging Tail? I think both of it does the same thing, right? Iron Ball or Lagging Tail. The Iron Ball, I think it's Lagging Tail. I think Iron Ball weighs you down so that a flying type could be hit with a ground type move. Is that it? I'm not sure. I'm having it confused. But Iron Ball, Lagging Tail, one of those things. There's also a niche item for Trick Room modes. It's called Room Service. If the Pokemon is under Trick Room, it lowers its speed by one stage. Oh, cut speed and makes flyers be hit by ground. I scratch what I said earlier. Iron Ball is a way of slowing down your opponents, but if you would like to have the target move last, you trick a lagging tail instead, not Iron Ball. Oh wait, no one's joining. Shoot. Hold on. While I'm doing the code, maybe I should like do the poll again. Let me end this real quick because the people who voted earlier might not be here anymore. One more raid. If nobody wants to do the raids anymore, I still have like an hour of streaming left. Maybe we could do Legend ZA or something. I don't know. Mega Electros better get levitated or it's not getting used. Yeah, actually. Oh, speaking of which, I was talking about this in our Discord server earlier. Um, Once I get Zera Aura in the DLC, I am going to retire the shiny sheep. Because yes. Okay, nobody wants to do the raids. Shall we move on to Legend ZA? If you voted yes, join me. The code is 4x7q8w. 4x-ray 7 Quebec 8 whiskey. If nobody like joins me before this timer ends, I'll end the stream and start a new one for Legend ZA. I committed like 2 hours tonight. You guys deserve the full 2 hours. It's not my fault people are tired of the raids. And to be fair, like Scarlet and Violet has been done for a while. This is like something to do, but it's not a lot of people care about. Very optional things to do. Free 1.5 times special attack and still floats. Yes. You know what else it could have? Regieleki's ability, Transistor. Because it has 2 extra eels or lampreys. Transistor. But that would mean it's not a signature ability anymore. I think back in Sword and Shield, cancel. Okay, nobody wants to do the raids anymore. I got it. I'm going to end this live stream and I will start a new stream for Legends EA. I'll see you in like 3 minutes. Okay? See ya. Nobody wants to do the raids anymore. I get it. I'll see you in 3 minutes.